Southlake, Texas is considered one of the best places to live in Texas. Now, there are some drawbacks to Southlake, so in this video I'm going to share with you the pros and cons of living in Southlake, Texas. Hello, my name is Dana Pollard and I'm a real estate agent here in Texas, and I help you narrow down where to live in this vast state. So if you're looking at buying a home in Texas, fill out the Dream Home Questionnaire in the link below. And if you're looking at selling a home in Texas, fill out the Sell My Home Questionnaire in the link below. And guess what? If you are relocating and have a home to sell as well as a home to buy, roughly about the same time, we can help. We've created the new Seamless Move program where everything is under one roof. So your local listing agent and your local buyer's agent are under one roof to make sure that the move is seamless. So if you want more information on that, fill out the Seamless Move program questionnaire in the link below. Also, like and subscribe to this channel if you like these videos. So the first pro for living in Southlake, Texas is if you have a family. Southlake Carroll is ranked the #1 school district in the entire state of Texas for test scores. You can look this up on schooldigger.com. Now, while that is fine and dandy, and we all love our kids to have a great education, don't forget there's private and homeschool as well. But there is a con to this. Now, don't get me wrong, there's many pros. I can't speak high enough about Carroll ISD. But there is a con to not just Southlake Carroll, but other large school districts as well. Southlake is kind of a medium-sized school district, I would say. But the con is that it's pretty competitive both in academics and in sports or extracurricular activities like cheer, football, baseball, even choir and the fine arts. It's very competitive. For instance, if you have a student who wants to play sports but has not grown up in Little League or a select team and they just want to play for fun, they may not make the team. So when I was a kid, I started playing volleyball in 9th grade, and that was fine and dandy, but that just wouldn't cut it these days. Like, if your child wants to play volleyball, they probably want to get started a little sooner than 9th grade. The second pro to living in Southlake is you have everything at your fingertips. Your dining, shopping, Costco, grocery store, everything is right there. It's very attractive. Even the neighboring cities, which are nice as well, come to Southlake Town Square to hang out. So I love the convenience factor of Southlake. While you have everything at your fingertips that you need, the con for this is that you don't have your high-end brands, say Chanel, Gucci. You're gonna have to go to Plano for that for your closest high-end shopping, and so that's kind of a con for Southlake. Considering Southlake is a luxury town, I'm surprised that they don't have those in the Southlake Town Square. The third pro for living in Southlake, Texas is the location. The location is phenomenal. It's nestled right between Dallas and Fort Worth, so if you have to commute or you just want to go do some activities in downtown Dallas or Fort Worth, it's so conveniently located in the center of the Metroplex. A good 30 minutes to either downtown area. Also, the convenience factor is Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport is 10, maybe 15 minutes away, just down the street. So the convenience factor is super high for travel. Now, the con to living in Southlake is you're going to get some overhead flights. So be aware of that when shopping for a home. If this bothers you, to be aware of the flight patterns. Temporarily, they have rerouted some of the air flight traffic patterns for construction, but basically the closer to the airport, the more you're going to be in that flight traffic for airplanes. If you still want to live in Southlake and you don't like the overhead jets, then move maybe a little further on the west or the southwest side of Southlake. The next pro for living in Southlake, Texas is that most of the homes are custom built. You have very few cookie cutter homes in Southlake, And even in the master planned communities, you have so many beautiful custom built homes, whether it's a $750,000 home or a $7.5 million home. Almost every home in Southlake is custom built, and I love that. Now, the negative to that is sometimes you get some unique rooms or items in a home, but nothing that cannot be fixed, typically. I've seen some interesting things. The next pro for living in Southlake is it's almost completely built out, which means you know exactly what you're moving into. You know exactly what you're gonna get. You know who your neighbors are. You know what those shopping areas are gonna look like. Are they well maintained? And yes, Southlake is very well maintained. And there's less construction to have to deal with. So I don't know if you've ever moved into a new construction neighborhood or area, but sometimes it seems forever before road construction is done or the housing development is done. And so that's all taken care of in Southlake. There are a few brand new neighborhoods going in, but it's becoming less and less, and you still can build a custom home in Southlake, probably about 3 million plus, but it's definitely a pro to know what you're getting. A con, though, if you want new construction, you're not going to find a new home in Southlake for $1 million. Let's just say that. So the biggest con to this is if you are not going to buy a new construction home. Most of the homes in Southlake were built probably in the late 90s, early 2000s. There are some in 2015 and newer, but the majority are the late 90s and early 2000s. So with that, your energy efficiency is not going to be as great as a newly built home. So I liken it to, I had a home that was built in 99, and the square footage of this house was about 4,000 square feet. And this is several years ago. This is way back in 2007, okay? And we got our summer electricity bill and it was $750. For me at that time, that was whoa. That was huge. And when I went to work for new homes, that same square footage for a newly constructed home was, the average utility bill was $150. And so that was a big light bulb moment for me. So not only is energy efficiency helpful for the environment, but it's also better on the budget. And I know I'm talking about energy efficiency a lot. Apparently I'm kind of a big believer in this. It's kind of a pet peeve of mine. Anyway, the other thing that you want to consider when purchasing a home that was built, I'd say before 2007, okay? 2007 and 8, they really started to be competitive with the builders and put in these energy efficient items like radiant barrier, Energy Star homes, low windows, all those things, right? Starting in 2007. You can get some in 2002 and 2000, but really the 90s and earlier, not so much. So the biggest difference is in your walls, by your windows and your plugs, they seal everything. It's a building code now. They seal it all with foam insulation so where the airflow is less, which means, in a new constructed home, which means your electricity, your AC, how cool it is in your home is affected. So your bill goes down as well as the comfort level in your home. Okay, that's what I'm getting at, guys. Sorry, this is taking so long. The comfort level of your home. So I've been in homes that are 10,000 square feet. Not only is their utility bill very large, but also you can't get on a 100-degree weather day, you can hardly get it under 76 degrees. That's a big deal for me, guys. We live in 68-degree temperature. We shouldn't, but we do. I know you have your own comfort level. Most people's is 72, 74. We like 68. And so that takes a great energy efficient home if you like to keep your house cold. Some people like to keep it warm, to each his own, however you want to do it. I just want to make you aware. So on some of those larger homes, like the homes in Southlake started about 4,000 square feet. You can get smaller homes, but the average is 4,000 to 4,500 square feet. In Southlake, you can get 10,000 square feet and you can get 2,000 square feet, but that's your average. So just be aware of that when shopping for a home. So the thing that you can do is ask, when you're shopping for a home, ask your agent to get copies of their utility bills, especially their electric bill, okay? That way you know exactly what you're getting into. Also, it's not a bad idea to shop in the summertime to get a feel for the home, okay? Just some little tidbits. Okay, let's move on. So I hope these have been very good tips for you. If you like this content, like the video, subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you're looking at buying a home in Texas or Southlake, then fill out the Dream Home Questionnaire. I also have more videos about Southlake you can watch here.